What time is it, like 6:30 in the morning?
Yeah, something like that.
Such a good way to start the day.
Welcome to Take a Hike, where I take your favorite creators on hikes, pushing them to their limits and giving you a chance to get to know them a little bit as well. And today, my guest is Jake Frew, who is a YouTuber, storyteller, adventurer, and internet sweetheart. So if you want to be inspired, if you want to be challenged, if you want to see amazing visuals, make sure to check out Jake's channel.
What's up, Matt?
Jake, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for joining me on a Take a Hike.
Yeah, dude.
Are you ready?
I'm real ready. This is a pretty decent start. So
Heck yeah.
This is the beginning. I'm stoked.
Just the beginning. And so there's just one rule. At any time, if I ask something that you're not comfortable with, or that you just don't want to keep going forward, just tell me to take a hike.
Cool. Sounds good.
Maybe just the first challenge, do you want to do this hike barefoot?
I don't know if you know, I live in Colorado, so I'm barefoot approximately 3 days a year. And Vans are the ultimate off-road shoe. So I think I probably shouldn't, in the interest of keeping pace with you, I probably shouldn't do that.
Okay, no worries. Let's just jump right into this one and let's get going.
Sweet. Whoa. Okay.
You okay with that?
Just starting off
Like
strong.
we're just jumping? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Why not? So that's just like a ploy to get me barefoot anyway.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not, you'll be barefoot.
Oh, you don't want to be barefoot? Well, we're jumping off a waterfall.
We'll do a couple little jumps.
Yeah, little guy.
Okay, how's that for the first?
What time is it, like 6:30 in the morning?
Yeah, something like that.
Such a good way to start the day.
Heck yeah. So for the first question, start off with an easy one. How would you describe yourself? How would you describe your channel? Who are you?
Getting existential right off the bat. Who am I? Man. I'm just a guy trying to figure life out as I go. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to learn as much as I can and appreciate life as much as I can. I think, did you ask direction to my channel?
Yeah, what's your channel?
Yeah,
Who are you?
I think that's really the main goal of my channel, and how it started was just to appreciate my life more and pay more attention to my life. So that's definitely still the goal. And the direction with my channel is I want it to just be something that makes people stoked on life and passionate about chasing after things they care about.
Yeah, heck yeah. I think you do an awesome job at it, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So, without further ado, let's get over to the next spot, another waterfall. And this one I think you're gonna really like. You can actually sit right under the waterfall and just showered. So,
Hard to imagine it being any better than this. So.
Okay, get ready. Heads up, because the rocks can be a little slippery.
Good thing I put my Vans back on.
Yeah.
This is high consequence with socks and shoes.
Are you comfy there?
So comfy.
What was it that first pushed you into making videos on YouTube?
Yeah. I think it sounds like it might be kind of similar to you, because we talked about your channel name, Wake Up Matt.
Yeah.
And I think for me it was I arrived at this point in my life where I hadn't become who the childhood me envisioned. I just like, I wasn't super happy with where my life was at, and I was just doing a lot of things that I felt like I was supposed to do instead of things that I cared about and made me feel alive every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's kind of just this like climactic moment where I realized like I had to start making some serious changes. Otherwise I was just gonna keep like going through the motions, going through routines until like my whole life flashed and just like disappeared. So yeah, that was kind of when I was like, I've loved video for so long. So that was kind of the moment where I was like, I got to at least make videos because I love it. Even if it doesn't become my job, I got to at least start doing it. So that was the...
So maybe continuing off of that, where do you get your inspiration from? What inspires you to make the videos that you actually make?
Gosh. Everything. Like, just existing is wild. And I really love taking inspiration from like small, mundane things. I love like, I mean, we're in the most beautiful place in the world right now. Like, it's easy to be super inspired right now with this waterfall. But like, I don't know, I love thinking about how inspiring like just the small, simple moments of your life can be. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, perfect segue to jump into this waterfall here. There's a spot where we can even sit under it, so I'm super stoked to show it to you.
Dude, I'm stoked too.
All right, awesome. Is there anything you wanted to film?
Man, if I pulled out my camera, I'd be here for 2 hours.
Just before we cross, possibly on, you okay?
Yeah.
Possibly across here, I got another 2 questions for you. So we had talked the other day, and you actually brought it up, about kind of keeping that inner kid inside alive. Yeah. Why do you think that's important?
Man, I don't know. I think kids are way more wise than we give them credit for, and I think the world is really good at crushing a lot of that spirit out of you and losing sight a lot of those childish dreams. So I don't know. I think it's just like, it's important to maintain that childlike spirit, to not just take everything too seriously, because I've always been prone to like just taking life too seriously. Like, I'm a perfectionist, I hate making mistakes, so I'm like really afraid to mess up at any point.
Yeah.
And like kids, that childlike spirit are just like, I'll try anything, I'll fall, I'll fail, I'll mess up, you know, and that's super valuable.
Heck yeah, I relate to that so much.
Yeah. I like that we found rocks that make me look almost as tall as you.
Are we not the same height? I don't even, really?
Well, we are. I mean, yeah,
we're totally the same height. I need to phrase this well. So I feel like watching your videos, I feel like they're like a combination of inspiring and challenging other people, but there's also kind of this like self-therapy that kind of goes on in your videos, like in a good way of like what you're learning and you're sharing that with other people. Do you find that process difficult to be vulnerable? And what is that process like when you're putting a video together?
Thankfully, I don't find it super difficult to be vulnerable because I'm the editor. So when I'm filming, I can kind of share all my thoughts, and then when I'm editing, be like, maybe I won't share that bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as far as the process of it, I think pretty much every video I make, I start as like, what do I need to hear, you know? And I definitely don't have everything figured out, and not only that, but I never want to come across as like the guru that's just like, this is what you should do and live your life, you know? So like all the videos I make are just as much a reminder to me of like reminding me how I want to live my life, and hopefully that's just as helpful to anyone else that watches it. But
yeah,
it starts with, what do I need to hear?
Yeah. And I think right now you need to hear that we need to cross. That was my, I'm trying so hard to bridge the questions. But before we actually, yeah, before we climb across this insane tree, a quick word from our sponsor, because without our sponsor, we wouldn't be able to have this Take a Hike episode. If you're planning on visiting Maui or any of the other Hawaiian islands, make sure to check out hawaiitours.com. They've been offering high quality cultural and sightseeing tours throughout the Hawaiian Islands for over 20 years. Hawaii Tours creates an authentic and memorable experience for their guests by delivering custom small group tours with professional guides. They prioritize the health of the environment and local communities, so they partner with companies that provide sustainable tours, ocean-friendly restaurants, local fare, farm-to-table luau's, and eco-conscious hotels. When visiting Hawaii, it's always important that everyone should have a guide or a local connection to keep them safe, stay respectful, and get the maximum of each day on island. And that's exactly what Hawaii Tours provides. So make sure the next time you visit, you book with hawaiitours.com. So I actually haven't done this for, it's been like years, so I don't really remember. Maybe we don't even use this, but I'm pretty sure the best way across is this tree. So I'll hop up, scope it out, and we'll figure out what what to do. Heads up, everything is slippery and loose. How's that? Wow. Yeah, so we'll get to swim up there, but right now we're gonna climb straight up. So this is the part where I say we're gonna do like a little bit of climbing, but it's not too bad. We got some rope. We gotta push it a little bit. Hey, do you want to go barefoot?
Hey, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You're so adventurous.
This looks like death slippery.
Yeah. I feel like I'm back in Canada skating. So try not to rely too much on the rope. How was it?
Nice. Oh. Not as good as this view.
So what's something that you're learning right now, or that you're discovering right now?
I don't know. I guess just that there's always more to learn. And discover. That's kind of something I'm trying to focus on this year, is like, if I'm not learning something new or having my mind blown once a week, like something's probably off.
Yeah.
Because there's always something to learn, and there's always something fascinating to like read about or learn about.
Yeah.
So,
Heck yeah. Cool. Very cool. And then last question of this little set of questions. When you're putting these YouTube videos together, about, you know, things you're learning, things you're discovering, what's your favorite part about that? You know, what's your least favorite part about that?
Gosh, there's There's a couple favorite parts throughout it. I think like when I first had the idea and I'm pumped on it, and like I get really excited then. It's almost like the whole process is filtered with favorite and least favorite, because I'll be stoked about the idea. And then when I first start filming, I'm like, I forgot how to film, everything looks like trash, this video is gonna be trash. And so that's my least favorite part, is when I'm just like in that rut, it's like everything sucks. And then you like, as long as you push through it and keep getting shots, just like going with it, even if you don't think it's good, then like, I was gonna say nearly every time, but every single time you come out and you're just like, this is awesome, I'm so stoked on this.
Yeah.
And so I think that's like, that's the ultimate favorite part, is when like you break through that wall of the hard stuff and you come out with something you're proud of, like that feels so good. It's like untouchable.
Yeah, heck yeah. I feel like that's so relatable.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, without further ado, you wanna jump into another waterfall?
That is absolutely what I want to do.
Let's do it. Cool.
Dang, man, this is ridiculous.
Awesome. I'm so stoked that you're stoked.
Matt just asked me my favorite and least favorite parts of making videos, and it turns out I didn't have my microphone turned on the whole time. So that's never really fun to have mistakes, but I feel like usually you can pivot from mistakes, but always something new to learn, like don't forget to turn your mic on, Jake. So sorry if the audio is garbage, it was my fault, I didn't turn on my mic. Hopefully you could still hear. That's all.
Oh man, I did not expect to be this cold. Okay, thank you so much for coming on this episode of Take a Hike. I've been blown away. This has been super fun.
Yeah,
just
thank
a couple,
you, man.
Yeah,
This is
my pleasure.
Yeah, this is such a treat.
Cool, I'm glad. I've got just a couple quick questions just to finish everything off. If there's somebody who's watching this and they want to get to the level like where you're at on YouTube, what advice would you give somebody that wants to get there?
I think like when you're watching other people's stories, even mine on the internet, it's easy to see my story and what you see is, wow, Jake quit engineering, moved into a van and is making YouTube videos. That's a crazy leap. But if you actually saw what unfolded, it was very, very small steps at a time.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to remember, that like consistency is what gets you to your goals. It's not one giant leap like quitting everything. I like very slowly phased things out. Like I moved into my van while I still had a full-time job, and I didn't quit that job till I had enough video gigs to support it. You know, it's just like one small step after another. So I think that's everything.
That is good advice. Because yeah, it's true. People only see that final.
Yeah.
And I guess speaking of that, what's kind of next for you? What can people expect? What do you got coming up next?
I'm gonna start learning to like turn mics on, like get audio good, not make mistakes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know what's next. I have a house now, so I'm not full-time in the van. I'm stoked to like have a home base, but I'll still be traveling a lot. That'll be most of my work is on the road. But I'm not sure. I might enjoy getting more into film sets, maybe trying to work on set a little bit. I feel like I could learn a lot from being on a bigger set. I don't know. Keep following my heart, I guess.
Sounds good to me, man. Anything else you want to touch on or say before we sign off?
I just want to say thank you, because this is like such a ridiculous treat. Like, man, I was not expecting to see
5 waterfalls today. 5 big ones, and then like 3 more out the window of the car. This is awesome. Thanks for showing me around and taking good care of me.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. I was stoked the whole time. So like I said, I'm glad you were too. So I guess with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure if for whatever reason you haven't already, go subscribe to Jake's channel, check his out. Make sure to leave a comment down below what you thought, what your favorite part was. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.
Sick.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, man. So good.